Welcome back to Between the Vines. I am one of your hosts, Todd Hermans, with my fellow compadre and wine taster aficionado, Trey Thomas.
Yeah.
And Trey, why don't you tell them where we are today?
Oh man, we are at Auburn Road Vineyard and Winery. Very nice winery out here in South Jersey. Since we're here, we got to get us some wine so we can celebrate, 5-0.
5-0.
5-0.
How many undefeated teams are there right
There
now?
are only two.
Two.
Yeah.
Us and
San Fran.
San Fran.
Yeah. So right now, what we're about to get into right now is what we call the white bottle.
The white bottle.
The white bottle. All right. Yeah. So a good one to start us off with. 5-0, man. Cheers. We're gonna know that.
Smells like wine.
Yeah. It's a nice crisp.
It is crisp. That's the word that came to mind.
Yeah, it's a nice crisp drink. I like it. It's it has some, like I could taste fruitness in it.
Yep.
Go ahead, give me some.
Give me something from what I got.
Yeah.
It's aromatic and vibrant.
Yeah, I like
that was in the description.
That was in the description.
For me, crisp is the first thing that I come to. I like my white wines to be, like nice and crisp and refreshing, and this one definitely hits there.
Absolutely.
Getting into the game as I sip this beautiful Chardonnay.
Yeah.
As they were saying off camera, AJ Brown with another dominant performance, right? Beautiful one-handed catch across the middle with a great run afterwards. He keeps coming up big after he shows teams that they're going to have to focus on him and stuff. What do you think it is that these guys that just are constantly open? Are they finding holes in the zone? Are they just faster and stronger than everybody? Like they just understand defensive concepts more, or a little bit of everything?
I think a little bit of everything. I think that he's one of those physical type players that you have to, if you play up on him and you press him, he's strong enough to create space. But then he's also fast enough that he could take you over the top as well. He's one of those guys that Hurts is always looking for when it comes to those quick little slant routes to make some of those tough catches, and he catches the ball with his hands. He's not a body catcher.
Right.
Strong enough to make plays after the run. So, after he gets the ball in his hands, he can get upfield as well.
When I was watching the game, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he's very reminiscent of the build and the dominance that T.O. had.
Yes.
But almost thicker than T.O. Like T.O. was a monster.
Yes.
Fast, strong, quick, fearless.
Yeah.
And I see all those things in AJ, but also maybe even a little more physical than T.O. was,
Yeah, man. But we're going to get on to the next one. So our next wine that we have here is a dry rosé.
So this is a provincial style rosé. One thing I've noticed, because my wife enjoys a rosé from time to time, especially in the summer, she prefers a provincial rosé.
Okay.
Or Côtes de Provence, I think is what it says on the bottle.
Okay.
We've found through our own, investigation that those are generally a drier rosé.
Okay.
Côtes de Provence.
Dry rosé. Cheers, man. All right. I like that. It's not, you know what, we like all of them.
Yeah, we do like wine.
Yeah, we like every wine.
That's going to be our shirt. It's going to say BTV.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. I like it.
Soft aromas
Yeah.
and the flavor of tangerine and strawberries. You get that? So maybe a little citrusy, but then a
Yeah,
little
it does
sweet
have.
also.
I can feel some of the tangerines in there. It's not. You know how some rosés they have that overpowering taste to it. This is like a really smooth, light taste to it. It's a perfect right after the Chardonnay. And I thought it was a really nice follow up with the rosé.
Very light bodied. You could probably drink a bunch of that.
Oh yeah,
a whole bunch of that.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of
especially if we're in temperatures ranging above 65.
On the beach, just give me a barrel of this and just sit out on the beach.
Tap it.
Yeah, just hang out.
Anyway, as we're going through the flavors of the wine, talking about the different components of that, we can take this right in the next part of our conversation, because we're talking about different flavors of weapons that the offense has on the Eagles, right? Let's talk about Dallas Goedert and the monster game he just had.
Man, Dallas comes out, and you have so many weapons out there with A.J. Brown. You got Smith, you got Quez, you have, I would destroy his name. But you have those other weapons out there. And then...
Who? What does it begin with?
It's the other receiver. The one that went to St. Joe's Prep. What's his name?
Oh, is that Zacchaeus?
Yeah, Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus, right?
Yeah, Zacchaeus. Yeah, so all right. So yeah, you have Zacchaeus. I would destroy his name.
I wanted you to.
No, I didn't want to disrespect it.
No, okay.
So you have Zacchaeus out there as well.
Yeah.
You have so many weapons out there that, the guys underneath where you have Dallas Goedert, that you knew that game was going to come at some point. And that's what happened. Dallas Goedert right there in that first drive had 4 receptions, 45 yards, and a touchdown. So, I mean, he was right underneath. They found every way to give him the ball. They found him in screens. You found him underneath with some passes. And even when Hurts was in trouble, he found Dallas a couple times. So I felt that he did a really good job out there.
Yeah, I think generally the tight end is a good safety valve for most quarterbacks, you know. And, you know, Dallas hadn't had great, huge numbers the first few games, but now to see him come out and have this monster game, it's like the defense was focusing on everything that's there, and then Hurts was just like, all right, fine, I'll take what you're going to give me then. And Dallas was that guy.
All right, so let's move on to another wine. Let's try another wine.
Yeah, I think this one is very fitting of us.
Yes.
It's very descriptive of
Absolutely.
our position.
Yeah. So the next wine that we have here is Peaceful Warrior.
It could be a little bit of a contradiction or a great description of an offensive lineman.
Absolutely. You know, we don't come off the field, no taps, no substitutions.
You can't get in a fight with somebody every time that they beat you.
No.
Otherwise, you're going to lose your mind.
Yeah, you'll be out of control. So right at the gate, when you taste that, when you smell it, it has that.
Oh man, you know what? I associate this taste with like leather for some reason.
Leather, but you can taste the process.
It smells rich. Like
it does.
You would drink this in a room of mahogany and leather-bound books.
Like a cigar.
Yeah.
You know, like what you know.
This is great. I wonder what grapes this is actually from, the Peaceful Warrior. We can find that out later, but this is great.
It's a nice.
Yeah.
What kind? So this is a dry red.
Peaceful Warrior.
Peaceful Warrior. I like it. It's smooth. Now we get to talk about the offensive line, man. Going into this game, you knew that, all right.
There was something on the other side that we had to pay attention to.
Yeah, there was something on the other side that you had to pay attention to. Aaron Donald.
I brought up the idea of sliding to him.
Yes.
And you said, nah,
that. No, yeah, I did. I said, you know what? No. You know what? Everybody should be able to handle man on, you know? But they did slide to him, which you should have.
Dude, the game plan was great.
I thought the game plan was amazing.
I was sitting there watching him the entire game, waiting for him to just embarrass somebody, and I didn't see it.
No, not at all.
I didn't see it. It looked like what they were doing was, you know, on the interior 3, if Donald lines up on you, know where your help is, and try to coerce him towards your help. And then if Kelsey was helping, then it seemed like they would be able to like overset him, invite him inside a little bit, and then Kelsey was right there. I just think that they did an excellent job. They knew it was a good challenge, and they rose to the challenge.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, especially when you have a guard like Opeta coming in, someone that's not normally your starter, that stepped in. You know, I thought that they did an excellent job on how they wanted to handle him. And now when you're starting to slide the line, then that means that the back is going to have to pick up some of those blitzes. And I felt like even Gainwell and Swift, when they had to pick up those linebackers that were coming down the middle, they stood up, handled that. You knew it was going to be a problem because the line is going to have to slide to take care of Aaron Donald. And so the running backs, I thought, did a really good job. But I think that this offensive line just did a really good job with protection, even with some of the blitzes that were coming at them. They did an excellent job with picking up some of the blitzes. Some of the games that were switching it off and everything. Even when you go back and you look at, all right, Jordan got beat last week where he got beat with the little cross chop hop, and we talked about it. So the way that you beat one of those little cross chop hops is you punch through it. And you saw that he learned from that last game, and then they gave him, the defensive end gave him that same type of move. Jordan went head on very nicely, just shot his hand, punched the defensive end. While he was doing that,
took his soul.
Shut him down right there on the spot.
Dude, Opeta came out there, shut it down, did a great job again. I'm becoming a fast favorite fan of Opeta here. Adding
into it now, I don't like Jalen Hurts running.
That's what I was going to get into right here.
Yeah, but wait, you know what? Let's try another wine.
Let's do that.
Let's do another wine, and then we'll talk about Jalen Hurts.
What are we going with here? This is the Gaia. They call it that because what I was explaining, Cabernet Franc is a grape that is kind of like the life tree to grapes. You can make many wines out of that grape.
We're just traveling the wine trail of New Jersey and PA. It's amazing.
So much fun. I'm glad you had this idea. I'm glad you had this idea. Yeah, this is I think the aroma on this, the bouquet is bigger than the last 3 that we've had.
Absolutely. Has a little bit more body to it.
I think so, yeah. It's
Like,
a dominant red wine blend with Merlot and Petit Verdot.
oh, okay.
So it's not just Cab Franc.
And I like a red blend. I'm a red blend guy. I prefer red blend.
What are your thoughts on your franchise quarterback, 3, 4, 5 times a game, like really putting himself out to get, because, right now he's not taking any like super hard blows. A lot of times it's an arm wrap and he goes down or something like that after he gets the yardage and stuff. But and it doesn't seem, but those aren't the only things that scare you. People falling to your legs, getting twisted up in the pile and stuff like that. Those are all concerns. But Jalen seems to be like one of these guys that doesn't take direct shots when he's out in the open. Yeah,
I think that he's been extremely smart this year with how he protects himself. Now, he will go after those extra yards, but, when he has, I think it was third and whatever it was 3rd and 8 or 9 or whatever it was, and he drops back and they call the quarterback draw. Boom. That's the play where he set up Opeta and now he's going up the field. All right, you did what you had to do to get across the line.
What about, because he does run a lot, and he's out in open field trying to make moves and stuff. What do you think about this turf versus grass controversy that we've been hearing about a little bit?
You know what? I like grass.
I love playing.
I like playing on grass. Even when I'm at that point now in my life that even when I go out and I walk on turf now, my body hurts, man. Like my back gets tight, and I'm like, son, I don't know how you do it, man. But when you're young, you don't think about it. Whatever, man.
I do remember playing, thinking, man, I'm so fast on this turf.
Oh yeah, I'm amazing.
I'm gonna wear my speed TDs. I'm gonna wear the low tops. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna be sprinting.
Yeah, so fast.
Can't wait to call a screen.
Yeah.
Now that I'm done, I just look at these guys and I'm like, man, I hate those turf games.
Oh yeah, terrible.
It seems like you're just trying to get through it alive.
And then see, I came up on AstroTurf too, so I played on the.
You played on the worst of the world.
Oh yeah, I played in the vet.
Yeah, what do you think? AstroTurf's worse than field turf?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. That like playing on the vet was like playing on a welcome mat. Those welcome mats that they put at the front door.
like the bristly one?
Oh yeah, man. You run and you fall on that, you're leaving all kinds of DNA. All of that is coming off. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting stripped to the white meat, man. I mean, it's taking everything.
So we got next year.
Yeah. So this is
all right. This is the Eidolon. I don't know what it means. She told us earlier.
Yeah, she did. But it's a dry, flavorful
we'll
red
have a little
blend
caption for you guys on that.
with hints of blackberry.
Not made with blackberry or currant or vanilla.
But it has hints of it.
Oak barrel. Sometimes oak barrel gives a lot of the vanilla stuff.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Yeah.
This one smells a little bit more like a Cabernet. Sauvignon, not Franc.
See, this is, you can tell it's a red blend. It's not too heavy. It's a nice, smooth red. It's good.
Okay. So for today's wine word of the day, we are going to go with the word sommelier, which many of you might know already if you drink wine, follow the tour. A sommelier is someone that has gone to school and been educated about all the aspects of wine, all the flavors, the bodiness, the aromatics.
The bouquet.
Yeah, basically they tell everybody about the best things about wine.
And they kind of guide you. They're like your wine guide.
Yes.
With pairing your foods and everything and kind of.
Yeah, exactly. They tell you, this is what you would want to drink first. This is what you would want to drink after you're done eating. All that kind of stuff.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Let you know the good stuff.
I'll let you all know the stuff.
Today's wine word of the day is brought to you by Pinot's Palate.
So, what's the perfect night out? Any night spent at Pinot's Palate. Pinot's Palate. Paint, drink, have fun. Sign up online for your class today.
The next wine we're moving on to is from the Spirit Animal Collection, which sounds great.
Yeah.
It's the Mustang.
The Mustang.
Which means, in my head, before I smell or taste this, it's going to run free.
It's going to run free and wild. All right. It's a full body, jammy Zinfandel with flavors of black cherry and raspberry.
What does jammy mean?
Not sure.
That's just jamming so much flavor into this in.
No. Or is it kind of like a Jellies?
So subtle black licorice aromas and soft leather tannins
Okay, there you go.
create a complex and bold wine. Not a black cherry or a raspberry wine, but hints of it.
I like that.
Very jammy.
So we're moving on.
Yes,
All
let's
right.
twist the tower.
Yeah, twist the tower. All right, so now let's talk about the other side of the ball.
Let's talk about defense.
Defense, man. Now, starting off this game, you knew it was Cooper Kupp's return. You know, he seemed unstoppable, you know, at the beginning of the game. I mean, you know, he comes out there, 5 receptions, 56 yards in the first drive. He just seems like he was going to be a problem out the gate. But I thought that the defense did a really good job going into the second half of shutting him down.
We made great adjustments at halftime. But like you're saying, dude, Kupp is a phenomenal player.
He is.
Like, he's going to get his. And if we can let him, you know, get his and also keep them out of the end zone as much as we need to keep the lead and stuff like that, then that's where you need to head. And I think that the defense is evolving. One thing I want to point out, especially since we're talking trenches a little bit, Brandon Graham been slow, but I saw him become a monster.
Oh my God. He destroyed
I
the center.
rewinded that. I was hoping so bad that he got a hold of the quarterback's foot.
Yeah.
You know, just because it would have been on every top 10 play. He absolutely destroyed that center.
BG, like everything, it's like he built up all of this energy,
Dude.
and it all came from the ground.
And he was like, oh,
yeah, and he's just like, ah! And he ran through this center, and it was so violent.
Dude.
My God, I mean, you know,
I felt bad for the center.
yeah.
I was like, hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
you know, because I mean, you just got put on your ass, and I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was awesome, amazing for BG, someone that's up in age. And I'm thinking, hold on, wait a minute. They're putting BG inside, where I know that BG is that type of versatile player where you can put him outside, you can put him inside, you can play him over the 3, but to put him at nose,
He's very strong.
and for him to take on the center and to destroy him the way he did was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was. We also saw Jalen Carter out there just wrecking shop again, dude.
I think that as a player, that this young man is definitely playing his way into becoming, hands down, might be in the run for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I think so. I think you'd be an idiot to ignore him on that.
To go out there, I mean, you know, he had 4 tackles, 3 of them were solo, 2 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits. Love the way Carter plays the game, man. I mean, you know, he's hitting them with that nice hump move where he gets you leaning one way, then he comes with the hump move and he's getting upfield and he's beating you quick. And then to even listen to him after the game, and he said, you know what, I was studying Stafford's cadence. I was studying his cadence, and I knew that, all right, if I'm going to win, I need to win fast and I need to get there. And that's what you need as a young defensive lineman that says, you know what, I don't have time to dance. I got to get there, and I got to get there quick. And that's what he's doing.
Great to hear for the future of the franchise. Let's talk about Hassan Reddick, who's come on. He had 2 sacks this game. He had 1 last game. He's really coming on lately. He's kind of starting to pour it on like he did last year. Are you looking for him to, you know, have another season like he did last year, or just pitching where he can?
I think, see, how many sacks? What did he finish with last year? I mean, it was in the double digits.
Yeah, he was.
You know,
I think he was up around 20.
Yeah, he got started a little late this year, you know, where it's starting to come on. I think he's at 3 sacks right now, 1 last week, then 2 this week. I thought that, you know, it was excellent for Hassan Reddick. Again, man, just as someone that's coming off of his thumb injury and had the time off and had a career season last year to come back, and now he's starting to come on strong, man. And you know, this defense is just going to continue to wreck shop, man.
Yeah.
So
the Rosalita is a bright, pleasantly sweet blush that jumps a little lighter. I don't know what that means. Jumps a little lighter. Yeah. So like we were saying last time, sweet wines. I feel like there's a time and a place for them. I can't drink sweet wines whenever, but I know a lot of people love a sweet wine.
Yeah.
I could drink this. This is like a dessert for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't wanting to eat something sweet after dinner or something, order a Rosalita.
Yeah.
Nice top off right
I
there.
like it for the middle of the day when I'm sitting outside just hanging out, you know, something that's cold.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
yeah,
cold,
when I'm just
for sure.
chilling, you know, because I don't like, heavy wines when I'm outside, because then I start sweating, you know, then it turns something different. You know, I want something that's refreshing, you know, that can kind of, you know, take me through the day, and this is definitely something like that.
Let's move into the sweet taste of victory.
Sweet taste of victory. All right.
So right here we have the vintage ruby.
The vintage ruby. All right. So what are we experiencing with
I don't know. I feel like if something says vintage, it's special. So this is a delicious ruby port style wine.
Yeah, you can smell that it's a port. You can tell that it's a port as soon as you smell it.
What is it that makes it a port? Usually, I think I heard him say last time that they mix maybe like a brandy or something. Okay. So does that mean the alcohol content's usually higher?
Yeah, the alcohol content is usually higher in a port. Yeah.
That's why you have it as like a nightcap dessert wine type thing.
Absolutely.
So you get real tossed before you get home.
Yeah, man. You know, you make sure you sleep well.
You know what this smells like? It makes me think. So my grandpa used to make a bunch of wine down in his basement, and I don't know if he made port wines or whatever, but this smells very much like his homemade wine smell.
Oh, okay. Well, it's heavy, but you know, I tried making wine at home.
Did you?
Yeah. It exploded all over me. I put it in the wrong container right out the gate, you know, and I put it in glass right out the gate, and like it was doing the fermentation and everything. And next thing you know, the glass just like.
Dude, this is nostalgic. This tastes just like my grandpa.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good. I like that.
That's delicious.
Yeah, it is delicious. I really like that. That's a really good port wine.
We are here with Jules Danini, the owner, proprietor, and winemaker. This is a beautiful place. We know there's a lot of work that goes into it. Tell us a little bit about how this all became.
Oh, wow. That's a mouthful. So we've been here 20 years this month, which is crazy. We bought the property and it was a small ranchette, meaning they had cows on it, horses, and we wanted to change our lifestyle. The first commercial batch we made was from fruit from out of state because our vines were babies. It takes about 3 years to grow a grapevine before you can actually get some significant crop off of it. And we planted the vines over there first and then just kept going in this area. Then we started working with growers. We have another vineyard up the road that has about 13 acres and we're cultivating 23 plus our growers. It's about 6,500 cases of wine.
You can enjoy your family and watch something grow, and you can pour your efforts into something like this. I mean, you know, that's priceless.
And I love the creativity of it. You know, there's art form to it.
Yes.
And that goes to, you know, my heart a lot. And it's also awesome that each year you have an opportunity to start fresh. And it's like, okay, it's a new year, a new vintage, a new chance to do something with these grapes.
Juice, thank you so much for having us again. You know, we really appreciate you having us out. This is by far one of my favorite wineries to come and hang out at. You guys do a really good job. We enjoyed all your wines today.
Thank you, Jules. Thanks for having us out here. I wish we had a glass of wine. Cheers
right,
with
I'm
us.
Still working.
Right. Never on Thank you for joining us for here at Between the Vines for another week of tasty wine, beautiful scenery, and education.
Yeah.
And a little football mixed in there as well.
Absolutely.
If you enjoyed our content, please like, subscribe, comment, do all those things, help us grow, and we'll keep firing fire content at you. I double fired there.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all right. I mean, we've been into it. We've been in the line. Right? On the road to